Welcome back, everybody, to Robbs MetalWorks. We are barely climbing over the midday hump here at the 8th Annual Memorial Day Metalfest. Thank God we got some drinkies and some goodies here to keep us working hard and supporting these bands. Brings me great pleasure to welcome to the show the band called WTM from Victoria. Yeah, Victoria. We were talking about Victoria earlier. Gino, tell us a little bit about, as the singer and guitar player of this band, tell us a little bit about the beginnings of WTM.
Man, it just kind of, he was all like, we met through a friend of ours, and he was all like, dude, when are we going to jam, man? We need a jam. And I was like, okay, we'll jam. So we just met up at my place, and we had a show 2 months later. And
wow.
Yeah, I had a show.
Pretty quick.
I didn't actually know how to play bass.
But were y'all at that point doing like covers or
originals?
No.
Like whenever it got down to it, I was like, hey, I already got these songs written out. I had to show him how to play bass, show him the guitar parts and everything. So he had to learn everything within 2 months for our show. And it was a 35-minute set show.
Wow, that's kind of long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of ridiculous.
And when did Boyce come in?
He actually came in after our first drummer, which was Chris Ware. He's currently the drummer for Count Your Dead. He came in September. We were looking for a drummer. He's like, hey, I want to try out. He hit him up. We tried him out. And we dug it because he had that old school Van Halen, vibe. And we fucking, obviously, you can tell that's a Van Halen and everything.
Yeah.
So we're like, we could throw that in. We play thrash. He loves Metallica, Slayer. So yeah.
So tell us a little bit as you mentioned kind of that. What is kind of the official vibe of the band musically? What would you say?
Well, he dubs it
Third Coast Thrash.
Third Coast Thrash. I saw that on my little cheat sheet here. What does that mean?
I mean, we're all thrash fans, but we all have different influences.
Yeah.
I'm Metallica all the way, and then there's a few others, but they're unimportant to me really. But Metallica, he's got his Van Halen, and there's Soundgarden and Tool and all kinds of. It's thrash with the Third Coast type groove.
Are you jamming 72 Seasons?
Yes, I am. I love that.
I love that
album.
record too.
Yeah, that actually is a good record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about WTM.
Okay, so WTM. When it came
Is that
to
a funny
it,
story, boys?
when it came to it, it was me, him, and our other drummer. And when it came down to it, our friends like, hey, we need a name. And so we were like, oh dang, what do we call ourselves? We were going through we were trying to come up with names, and then I was like, what if we just put in our initials, W for Chris's last name, T for Theo, M for my last name. And he's like, WTM. And then, he was like, WTM. And then Chris was like, what's that mean? And he was like, exactly.
That's us.
And then we just stuck to it. So now when everybody hears it, they're like, WTM, what's that mean? And it takes them like 2-3 times. They're like, that's funny. And
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I remember when I got the info sheet, I was like, yeah, WTM. I said, I wonder if they pronounce it a different way or just the letters. I said, I don't know. I'm going to find out.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you guys have any recordings yet?
Unfortunately, we haven't had time to actually record. We've been at it we're about to go on like 2.5 years. And we've just been nonstop just playing almost every month. And
recording is a different animal, period. It's a world. Together we play amazing, but you take the togetherness away from it, like in a recording studio where you're by yourself, and it's a completely different animal.
Yeah.
It takes effect out of it, so it's hard to do. I'm not gonna sugarcoat any of that. It's complicated. So
when would you guys like to have your CD out?
Soon. Hopefully to get some recording done in June, right?
Hopefully. That we're aiming, because we got like 2 or 3 months where we don't have no shows booked, just in case, so we could try to get some recording in. And we got nearly 14 original songs, so we got ideas of what to record. But yeah,
that's great, man. You know where you're gonna record yet?
We're still looking around. We have a buddy. He's actually went to classes and all that. And we've actually heard some of his actual recordings from other bands that he did, and they came out pretty phenomenal. So we're probably gonna go with him. But like I said, we're still looking around.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because our songs, they're not thrashy. They're a mixture. 1 minute, it's like almost all of our songs are different. And, you know, sometimes in some of our songs, we throw in like what people call slam, hardcore vibes. And then sometimes we throw in like, you know, the regular heavy metal thrashy vibes. So we try to put as much influences. And just like earlier, we played 13 Days of Hell. And everybody likes it because in the middle, he goes off with his Danny Carey drum solo in the middle. Yeah, so we have so many ideas, but it's just...
But definitely something this year.
Hopefully.
Hopefully
Yeah,
this year.
we don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, as fast as... I mean, it's hard to believe, but we're already going to be in June, so we're like halfway through the year already. Yeah, so... All right, guys. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
Is there anything I missed? Anything that you want to talk about that I missed?
Well, we just wanted to give you a hat.
Oh, wow.
So,
all right.
You know.
Yeah, this is cool, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you
And
so
keep
much.
up the good work. I see some of your interviews, like with Scum and everybody,
Yeah.
like, dude, and with Bone. So yeah,
Bone
Oh.
are some buddies of ours.
From
so.
Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah, those dudes are cool, man. When they came, they brought me a big bottle of whiskey. We had a good time.
So now we know what we were missing.
Yeah.
A bottle of whiskey.
So, you know, when your new music is recorded, be sure to send me some tracks.
Oh, we'll definitely.
And that way,
we'll definitely send some for you.
Next time you come to San Antonio, you
Yeah.
can come to the studio
Yeah.
and really have a good chat.
Yeah, and for those that are out there that, you know, seeing our stuff or whatever, we're called WTM. You can follow us anywhere. And our next show in San Antonio is July 1st at Bonds. And then July 7th at San Marcos, Ragnar's on the compound. Summer Beatdown, there you go. Yeah.
All right,
So,
man. Well,
yeah.
good. You'll be back in the Alamo City soon enough.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Awesome, guys.
We love playing here. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right.
Boys,
Thanks.
any last words?
I'm struck. I don't got no any last words. It's all been said. Yeah, exactly.
What about you, Theo?
Yeah, I know. I hate that.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Remember, everybody out there, the band is called WTM from Victoria, Texas.
Yes.
You saw them here at the 8th Annual Memorial Day Metal Fest.